Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam.
Good morning, Caze Cougars.
Hi, everybody.
Happy New Year.
2023, here we go.
It's going to be a great year. It already has been so far.
It is. We're off to a great start. Our first week back last week. Lots of good things seeing in the classroom. Lots of things we need to talk about too. Just some reminders of we've been off for a couple weeks and now we're back at school. So what have you seen? What do we need to work on?
Well, first of all, I'd like to just remind everyone what this morning meeting is because we have had a lot of new students come in since we've done our last one. So our morning meeting is something we're going to do every 2 weeks, and it serves 3 purposes. Number 1, to share reminders. Number 2, to celebrate successes and all the great things you're doing. And number 3, to have a little bit of fun connecting. So back to what you were saying, some reminders and things that I think we definitely need to improve upon is making sure that we are following that hallway group plan of walking on the right side at the level 0. My eyes are pretty much everywhere, and there's sometimes where kids don't think I'm walking or that I'm watching, but then I'm peeking around the corner and they're running down the hallway. So.
Right, and there's some days where we have several classes passing in the hallway, and if we've got somebody running, we're gonna have a wreck, right?
Since I've worked at elementary schools, 3 kids have had to go to the hospital and get stitches because of a kid running in the hallway. 3.
Not good.
Yeah, no, it's a safety issue. And then also, I want to make sure that you guys are preparing to go back to class after a transition, whether it be recess, lunch, or specials. Now, those things are supposed to be a little more relaxed.
Get out to recess, have fun, run around. We're yelling, screaming, playing. But when it's time to come in,
get ready to focus. Got to be following that group plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, we have some exciting news. Everyone knows and loves Mr. Oakley, and he is actually our new STEM teacher starting today.
That's cool. Mr. Oakley's been with us for a couple years now, and so he's moving into the STEM classroom, and then we're going to welcome somebody new, somebody you already knew, right?
Yeah, Mr. Shockley. I worked with him over at Fairlawn. He's been teaching for 23 years, and he's actually going to come in and do what Mr. Oakley was doing the first half of the year. So exciting new changes, and let's just welcome them into their new roles.
Yeah, welcome Mr. Shockley. Tell him hello, introduce yourself, and then of course you guys will get to see Mr. Oakley in STEM class.
Of course. So we have been talking all year about how Caze has heart, and each month we focused on a different heart expectation. The month of January we are actually focusing on high expectations.
Yeah, I saw some kids in classrooms working on this. They were describing what that means and what does it look like? What does it sound like? Talk to us a little bit about high expectations, Ms. Renfro.
Yeah, well, we should have high expectations for ourselves and for others. When we have high expectations, we can really succeed not only in school, but in life. And that's what we really care about, kids being successful outside of school.
And our teachers should have high expectations of you because we've got a lot of smart kids here and we really want you to succeed. So doing your best in class every single day.
You're absolutely right. Speaking of heart, our heart monitors in 3rd grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade are actually going to meet with me today in the library at 2 o'clock. So I'll make an announcement, but it's only 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade heart monitors that are meeting with me today.
Today at 2 o'clock.
Today at 2 o'clock.
So before break, we took NWEA. We took our second one, our winter. So we took one at the beginning of the school year. This was in the middle of the school year.
We have one more closer to the end.
And we've got one more. So this one, we wanted to measure how much have you grown from the start of the school year to the middle of the school year. And we've got some shout outs for classes,
we do.
Right?
We actually have the trophies. We gave them out at the beginning of the year for who had the highest NWEA score. But now we're flip-flopping some of them because it's about which classes have shown the most growth.
Okay.
You ready for this? In kindergarten, receiving both the math and reading trophies, Mrs. Cooper's class. In 1st grade, having the highest growth in both math and reading is Mr. Nelson's class. In 2nd grade, the math highest growth is Mrs. Walker's class, and in reading is Mrs. Rubrick's class. In 3rd grade math, congratulations to Mrs. Good's homeroom, and in reading, congratulations to Mrs. Stratman's homeroom. 4th grade taking the trophy in both math and reading is Mrs. Modice's class, and then 5th grade we're not going off of their old homerooms, we're going off of the new homerooms. The kids that are in the new homerooms, how they did the beginning of the year versus the middle of the year, okay? So taking both the math and the reading growth trophies are Mrs. Brown's new homeroom. So congratulations, guys. If you have a trophy in your room that's going elsewhere, make sure you bring it over to them because I'm sure they're excited to celebrate that.
Or if you won, go find it. Take it from them.
Because I'm sure they'll be ready to steal them back at the end of the year when we do it one more time. All right, I'm ready to share some shout outs. What about you?
Let's do it.
Let's hear it.
I give a shout out to Miss Modest because she always helps me learn.
Shout out to Stefan for being a good friend and helping people with their work when they need help.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Barrett for helping me when I need help.
Hey guys, Miss Olson here. I just want to give a quick shout out to my whole class for showing group plans the first week back and working so hard and making this classroom so comfortable. I also want to give a shout out to Amelia for being such a good friend to our new student and helping her adjust and doing such a great job. Thank you guys.
Shout out to Miss Lakey for being the best crochet teacher. I want to give a shout out to Miss Barrett for helping me to do my work and helping me do what I want to do for my career.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Brown because she's one of the nicest teachers that we could ever have in the school. Thank you.
Hi, this is Mrs. Ruprecht. I just wanted to give a shout out to my class because we came back from Christmas break and they have been working so hard on hallway procedures and just doing the right thing altogether. I also want to give a special shout out to Tayshawn because he has shown so much improvement with behavior and I am so proud of him. Good job, Tayshawn.
I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Brown for being a good teacher and teaching us about Jackie Robinson and stuff.
Shout out to Mrs. Barrett for being the best all-block teacher.
Hi Caze, Mr. Cole here. I would like to give a shout out to D'Avion and Mrs. Spall's room for showing some real self-control a few times at recess this week, and for the entire 5th grade for doing a great job transitioning to new homerooms this semester. Keep it up, guys.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Aiken for giving us cookies and Miss Renfro for pulling us for Flower Girls.
I give a shout out to Miss Brown for being a good teacher, teaching me about Jackie Robinson, the modules, the rainforest, all that stuff. I mean, it's been pretty fun, honestly. It's been really fun. And she's a good teacher. Along with Miss Barrett, Mr. Carson, Miss Leahy's really nice. Basically, everyone here. My friends are really good. Jeremiah's good. He's a good friend. Stefan and Tarando are good friends. Yeah.
So thank you guys for all of those great shout outs. I love to hear those. But now it's time for my favorite part, which is the connecting activity. So our connecting activity is aligned to our heart expectation for the month, which is high expectations. Part of high expectations is, number one, you have to know the expectations, all right? And then you have to follow those high expectations. And in order to know those expectations,
You got to listen and follow
you have
directions.
to be an active listener, all right? So we're going to play a game that everyone should know and love, Simon Says. How do you play Simon Says?
I feel like we should say Schlosser Says.
Schlosser Says is the new
Let's
game
do
today.
it. Okay.
You want to tell them how to play real quick, though? What if
It
they've
is.
never played?
Okay, everybody has played Schlosser Says. Schlosser Says. If Schlosser says, put your hands on your shoulders, you put your hands on your shoulders. But if he doesn't say, you don't do it. Okay? So let me show. Ready?
All right.
Okay, put your hands on your hips. She's good.
Oh.
Oh,
But if I did it, I was out and I'd have to
she'd have to sit down.
So everyone should
only
stand
if
up
Schlosser
right
says
now.
it. Everybody stand up.
Yep.
Stand up. And we're just going to go back and forth, huh?
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Schlosser says, put your hands on your knees.
Schlosser says, put your hands in the air.
Put your hands on your shoulders. Good job.
If you put your hands on your shoulders, you have to sit down because Schlosser didn't say. Schlosser says, act like a chicken.
Schlosser says, put your hands on your shoulders.
Do the monkey.
easier for some. Schlosser says, put your hands on your head.
Schlosser says, say, I have heart.
I have heart. Schlosser says, put your hands on your hips.
Schlosser says, bring it around town.
Oh, geez. Schlosser says, put your hands on your head.
Oh, you tried to trick him. He's mean. Put your hands down by your side.
Schlosser says, put your hand on by your side.
Jump 3 times.
Schlosser says, jump 3 times.
Tell your teacher you rock.
Simon says, touch your toes.
Schlosser says, act like a cougar.
Schlosser says, put your hands on your hips.
Schlosser says, do the Macarena, or at least act like you're doing it if you don't know.
Schlosser says, touch your ears. Oh.
You are so tricky.
Almost got him. We need to go quicker.
Okay. Schlosser says, turn to your friend and say, have a good day. Have a good day. Who said we were friends?
Ah. Schlosser says, put your hands on your knees.
Schlosser says, put your hands on your face.
Schlosser says, put your hands on your shoulders.
Schlosser says, put your hands on your ears.
Put your hands on your knees.
Put your hands on your belly.
Schlosser says, put your hands on your hips.
Put your hands on your feet.
Schlosser says, touch your head.
Schlosser says, give yourself a big hug.
Schlosser says, turn around. Sit down.
Schlosser says, sit down. All right. Nice job, guys. This is a game you guys can play at recess. It's a game you might be able to play with your class. It's working on some active listening skills.
I don't think anybody was still standing up. I feel like we
I
fooled
would not
everybody.
be. Yeah. I probably would have messed up and sat down. Have a great week,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Happy New Year.